This should come as a surprise to no one. Maybe cult members might be shocked by this. If we're being real here, they're not going to believe me. But I've got the evidence. Donald Trump, while president of the United States...
Yes, I have a couple of videos I'm going to play. The media is on fire. I don't know if you have seen this. Somebody sent this out. Wow. So they are not even hiding it anymore. This is their strategy. If the current legal cases don't work to keep him out of the race for president, another person sent this out and tagged Business Insider. Why are you dog whistling for someone to assassinate Trump? Seems like you are trying to call for a hit. That is how I perceive this. This is really sick. What are you trying to imply or instigate?
Who do you like in the Republican field?
Anybody. I'd be happy to support virtually any one of the Republicans. Maybe not Vivek, but the others that are running would be acceptable to me, and I'd be happy to vote for them. I'd be happy to vote for a number of the Democrats too. I mean, it would be an upgrade from, in my opinion, from Donald Trump and perhaps also from Joe Biden. Look, I like President Biden. I find him a very charming, engaging person. There's some places I agree with him, but most places I disagree with him. I think he's made all sorts of terrible mistakes, but I would like to see someone else run.
What do you think the future holds? Is it?
I don't know.
I mean, are they going to let Trump be president?
No, of course. I mean, look, if, they protested him, they called him names. He won anyway. They impeached him twice on ridiculous pretenses. They fabricated a lot about what happened on January 6th in order to impeach him again. It didn't work. He came back. Then they indicted him. It didn't work. He became more popular. Then they indicted him 3 more times. And every single time his popularity rose. So if you begin with criticism, then you go to protest, then you go to impeachment, now you go to indictment, and none of them work, what's next? I mean, graph it out, man. We're speeding toward assassination, obviously, and no one will say that, but I don't know how you can reach that conclusion. You know what I mean? Like, they have decided, permanent Washington, both parties have decided that there's something about Trump that's so threatening to them, they just can't have him. I mean, they're putting him on trial in March of next year in the J6 case, which basically consists of trying to send him to prison for the rest of his life for complaining about the last election. That's literally what it is. Again, if this were happening in Moldova, the State Department would issue an all-hands-on-deck order to let the world know this is not a legitimate government. And yet our government is doing it. It's like it's hard to overstate how bad this is. And I don't know where it's going, but there's a collision that's clearly imminent. And by the way, the president is senile in a way that's impossible to deny. Biden's not running the government, so I don't know, man. I've never been this worried about anything as I am about where this is going.
Yes, when I take a look at this article, Business Insider put out recently, a lot of people criticize this. It is like they want to instigate something. It is crazy. Somebody is still alive. You are putting out articles like, what happened if Trump dies while still running for president? What are you implying? What are you trying to instigate? That is a question a lot of people are asking, which to me is crazy. When I took a look at this article on Saturday, Business Insider ran a piece theorizing what would happen if former President Donald Trump were to die while running for president in 2024, resulting in some pointing out the danger behind the messaging. In the article, the outlet went through several different hypothetical scenarios that could occur depending on whether the death occurred before the primary, during the primary, or between the primary and general election. Human Events senior editor Jack responded to a post of the article that is in conversations on Wednesday with the director of Big Data Pool, Richard Barry. It was pointed out that the media has begun normalizing the death of Trump again. A lot of things have happened. Excuse me. I've seen people recently, especially the mainstream media, bringing up this talking point. If Trump is elected again, he will be more than Hitler. He will go after his political opponent. He will do this, and so forth. Responding to Jack, Barry said, I think it is pretty clear what message they are sending when they speculate about the death of a candidate they claim is worse than Hitler. Stanley etc. combined, he noted the last time they did this, a lefty notcast, they decided it was hearing to shoot Steve Scully and four others. So now, because it is Trump, you will not really see how the mainstream media is reacting. They will ignore it because that is what they are praying for. On Wednesday episode of Human Event, Barry said, someone better put a stop to this because we have no shortage of nutcases in this country willing to take up that arm. Posobiec also noted that they did it 60 years ago today to a president who stood for the people, referencing to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Steve Scalise and three others were shot in June of 2017 as a Republican congressional baseball team was practicing for its annual charity game against the Democrat, according to the Secret Service. Godman James, which I don't want to go more into that. That is just a comparison they are trying to bring in to what these people are speculating. The report noted that he never made any threat against public officials, but he did engage in politically charged rhetoric that was derogatory and antagonistic. He had also posted online his time to destroy Trump and co prior to the shooting. Watching a Democrat recently on, I think with Jen Psaki, it is high time to eliminate Trump. These are the same talking point we keep getting on daily basis, and nothing is being done about it. So it is high time something should be done.